Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, before I go any further, I want to make it clear right now and get it out the way. I want to make a verbal disclaimer right now. In this video, I will talk about race when it comes to this story that I'm about to talk about right now. If you're not interested in hearing it, this is your chance right now to go ahead and stop the video. You want to go ahead and unsubscribe. You want to do whatever you got to do. Go ahead and do it right now. You already have been warned. So there's no reason for you to ask me, why are you talking about this? You were warned from the beginning, okay? People, you know, for people who haven't been watching my video for a while and you're kind of new to this channel, I'll let you know right now. On this channel, we speak the whole truth and nothing is out of bounds. I don't say anything because I'm worried some guy may be offended or hurt. No, we're speaking the truth on this channel, okay? So with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the news. Now, just today, for the second time, it has been reported that JHONNY Gonzalez has rejected a fight with Gary Russell Jr. All right, Golden Boy, they have been trying to match up JHONNY Gonzalez with Gary Russell, in the last couple of months since JHONNY Gonzalez, he beat Abner Mares. Now, originally, JHONNY Gonzalez had thought that after he knocked out Mares, he did not think that Mares would exercise his rematch clause, just like Marcos Maidana didn't think that Adrian Broner would exercise his. Okay, so from that point on, JHONNY Gonzalez and Team Gonzalez, they looked at this new title they had as obviously a platform to make some extra money, before they end up losing to someone that they possibly could lose to. So JHONNY Gonzalez's plan was to try to get a big name, which is completely understandable. But what happened was Abner Mares, he ended up exercising his rematch clause. Once he did this, then JHONNY Gonzalez was forced to give Abner Mares another chance at his own title. Now, since Abner Mares just recently injured his ribs and the fight is once again postponed, they're giving JHONNY Gonzalez an optional title defense, which means he can fight whoever he wants, okay? This is when Golden Boy steps in for a second time and they say, we want to match you up with Gary Russell Jr. JHONNY Gonzalez, he basically says in many words, there's no way I'm fighting that guy. I mean, this is pretty much what he's saying. I'm not fighting this guy. And once again, I want to explain to people, skill recognizes skill. There is a reason. People never understood why was Shane Mosley so tentative when he was fighting against Floyd Mayweather. Because skill recognizes skill, okay? Shane Mosley, he understands what Floyd Mayweather can do. He understands if he throws a jab, a right hand will come out of nowhere. He understands if he throws a hook, a right hand will come out of nowhere, or a left hook will come out of nowhere. He understands this. So that makes a thinking person, think too much, all right? They understand the skill set that is there. A dumb fighter, he doesn't understand this. This is the reason why someone like a Margarito, he ignores the skills that a Shane Mosley has, and he walks right into the mousetrap, and he gets knocked out. This is the reason why 90% of the time a dumb fighter will lose to a thinking fighter. This is how Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Marquez. He ran right into a mousetrap. Okay? So the point that I'm making is JHONNY Gonzalez, he understands this. For those of you guys, see, you have to understand something, guys. I'm not just talking from a boxing fan's perspective. I'm talking from a guy who has been to these amateur fights. I'm talking from a guy who's boxed before, who has kids that box. And we see all of these events play out at the tournaments. We see people's skill sets. We see what it takes to win and go to the next level. I've seen Gary Russell fight at the tournaments that we weren't completely successful at and become number one. I've seen Gary Russell dominate in some of the most difficult tournaments in the nation and do it like it was easy. Okay? This man has skills that are unbelievable. This is coming from a guy who's been at all of these tournaments, watching these kids come up, seeing kids trying to fight like Floyd Mayweather, trying to fight like Roy Jones, trying to fight like Gary Russell, okay? I've seen these kids do whatever it takes to win that national title. All right? They'll do anything, whatever it takes to win. If it takes having to run around the ring for one round, if it takes having to be extremely aggressive and taking a chance, whatever it takes, I've seen it. All right? I've seen it. And like I said, once again, Gary Russell is one of these rare fighters that went to all of these tournaments that my kids are going to right now. The Silver Gloves, the National Golden Gloves, the Adidas tournament, the Ringside tournament, all of these tournaments. Gary Russell, he won all of these tournaments. That you guys don't know how difficult that is to do. All right? And not only did he win these tournaments, but he won these tournaments with ease. He did it extremely easy. The last person I can think of that did something like that was Floyd Mayweather. All right? Floyd Mayweather is one of the only people that did that. The closest thing right now to Floyd Mayweather is Gary Russell. But the only difference is Gary Russell, he can fight on the inside like he's Mike Tyson. But he can also box you from the outside like he's Floyd Mayweather. It is a very, very impressive combination that he has right now. So this is the reason why Johnny Gonzalez, he understands this, because Johnny Gonzalez is a thinking fighter. Okay? He may not be Roy Jones. He may not be Floyd Mayweather. He may not be Gary Russell, but he is a thinking fighter. Okay? Thinking fighters, they understand this stuff. I can guarantee you, Nacho has already talked to Johnny Gonzalez, regardless if they still train or not. He's already told him. Maybe he told him before when they were training. Whatever you do, don't fight that kid Gary Russell. They understand. They understand the skill set. Okay? Once again, Nacho is the same person who said that Floyd Mayweather is the Michael Jordan of the sport. Okay? So if he thinks that way about Floyd Mayweather, what do you think he thinks about someone like Gary Russell? Understand, guys, you have to understand the sport of boxing. Because a lot of you guys listening to this video, you guys are just fans. And you guys only talk about who you like and who you don't like. You're not looking at the skill set. But some of you guys do understand the skill set. And this is the reason why the fans, and I have to say this, the majority of them are the Mexican fans. This is why they say these things. And I want everyone to understand something. When I say Mexican fans, that's not to be offensive. It's not racial at all. Matter of fact, speaking of racism when it comes to talking about this, I find it unbelievable that Freddie Roach, he can come out and he can refer to Mexicans as being stupid and dirty. And I do a video basically defending Mexicans, saying that Freddie Roach is being racist to Mexicans and Jews. And do you guys know the only people, and when I say only, I mean the only people who defended Freddie Roach while offending me at the same time, the guy who was defending them, were Mexicans. The only people who were defending Freddie Roach on the video that I did talking about Freddie being racist were Mexican people. And of course, a couple other Latinos, but the vast majority of them were Mexicans, because the messages that they send, they openly tell you that they're Mexican. Okay, like I said, I'm not going off of speculation. I'm going off of hardcore facts and evidence. You know, I got proof. The proof is in my inbox. All right. So the point that I'm making is, if Freddie Roach can call Mexicans, dirty and dumb or stupid, then there's no way you can sit here and tell me I'm being racist because I just even used the word Mexicans. All right. I say the Mexicans were throwing stuff at Adrian Broner, and I get messages from Mexican fans saying, man, how could you be so racist by saying the Mexicans threw stuff? How was that racist? Go back and watch that footage, and you tell me who was throwing stuff. It was in San Antonio, Texas, okay? The 95% of the crowd were Mexican. There were only a few Argentinians in that whole crowd, all right? But that's beside the point. The point is, there were Mexicans that were throwing stuff at Adrian Broner. It wasn't black people. It wasn't white people. And the majority of them were not Argentinian people. It was Mexicans that was throwing the stuff. Okay? So the point is, once again, how is it Freddie Roach can call Mexicans dirty and stupid, but yet I just say the Mexicans threw stuff, and then all of a sudden, those same fans who wanted to defend Roach say, hey man, you're just being racist. Stop being racist. Stop, why you been racist to the Mexicans? Does that make any sense, guys? Of course it doesn't make any sense. Now, everything that I'm talking about completely correlates to what I'm about to talk about right now, which is what the fans say, the Mexican fans say, when they find out that Golden Boy wants to match up Gary Russell with Johnny Gonzalez. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. This has everything to do with race. I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm going to do another video talking about nothing but race eventually. I'm working on that. But when it comes to the sport of boxing, boxing has everything to do with race, country, and pride. All right? That's not to suggest that these fans are racist, like they just hate blacks and all that. Now, some of them do. Some of them do. A lot of them do. But I'm saying you have a mixture of the ones that where it's all about hate. And then you have the other ones who are just basically protecting their own race. And I think in this Gary Russell situation, this is a situation where they just want to protect their own race. All right? When you hear boxing fans say stuff like, Gary Russell, he doesn't deserve to fight Johnny Gonzalez. He doesn't deserve to fight Johnny Gonzalez. What kind of sense does that make? Everyone has been saying for the longest, when is Gary Russell going to step up? Gary Russell, he ain't going to never step up. He should have stepped up long time ago and this and that and et cetera, et cetera. Soon as Gary Russell tries to fight Daniel Ponce de Leon, soon as he tries to fight Johnny Gonzalez, now all of a sudden these same fans are sitting here saying, oh, he doesn't deserve to fight this person. First off, who the hell are you to talk about who Gary Russell deserves to fight? You don't work for Golden Boy. You're not a promoter. If the promoter is trying to make the fight, what does that tell you? That tells you they know something that you don't know. If they're not trying to promote Johnny Gonzalez to fight some no-name guy who doesn't even fight on, HBO or Showtime or even ESPN, right? They're trying to promote some person who is big at Golden Boy. All right? Gary Russell is explosive. He's faster than Floyd Mayweather. He gets a gang of knockouts. So the point is, if Gary Russell didn't deserve the opportunity, there is no way Golden Boy would be trying to make the fight. All right? The bottom line is, the same Mexican fans that support Johnny Gonzalez, they already know that Gary Russell is a threat. And when they basically say, you got to read between the lines. When they say he doesn't deserve to fight Johnny Gonzalez, what that basically means is he doesn't deserve to be the one to take Johnny Gonzalez's title and be the new champion at the featherweight division. That's what they mean, because they know deep down that Gary Russell would beat Johnny Gonzalez. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Johnny Gonzalez has no chance against Gary Russell. There I said it. He has no chance against Gary Russell. All right? And neither did Ponce de Leon. This is the reason why when Gary Russell and Golden Boy called out Ponce de Leon at 126, at first Ponce said he would do it. And then when they put pressure on him, then he said, no, you know what, I'm moving to 130. And if Gary wants to fight me, he can move up to 130 and follow me to that division. So that clearly suggests that Ponce didn't want to fight Gary Russell. Because if he did, he would have just said, you know what, I'm going to make this fight. This will be my last fight at 126. Then I'm moving up. But he didn't do that. This Russell situation reminds me of the Bradley versus Pacquiao situation. Soon as Bradley signed the contract to fight Pacquiao, I was reading all the comments on my videos, and everyone was saying, this is bullshit. He doesn't deserve this. Bradley doesn't deserve to fight against Manny Pacquiao, etc., etc. I'm not going to watch this, and this is just a crappy fight, etc. Even though Bradley, he deserved to fight Manny Pacquiao way more than a Margarito who had just lost, a Cotto who had just lost, a Clottey who had just lost. But see, they said that because Bradley was the biggest threat. And they didn't want it to be a black guy to beat Manny Pacquiao. They'd rather it be anyone other than a black guy, like Marquez, someone who isn't black. Same situation with Russell versus Gonzalez. This is why people were saying, Mexican fans were saying, well, Gary Russell should fight Fortuna, another guy who looks black, anybody but a Mexican fighter, because they don't want to see another black fighter beat a Mexican fighter. It's all about race, country, and pride. That's what it's about. But I'll tell you this right now. Gary Russell is going to outlast all of these fighters that you guys are protecting. I'm on to the next one. I'm out of time.